common things that I see people wanting help with is their social media management. Social media management for your business can be incredibly time consuming, and then inevitably it's one of those things that people tend to put off because it just saps their time, energy and focus. So I'm going to share with you 3 key mistakes that people are making with their social media management that is costing them valuable time. Mistake number 1 is the most common one. Everyone thinks every post is sacred. Trust me, on platforms like Facebook, you're lucky if people even see it. Rest assured, people aren't sitting there watching your Facebook page going, oh, there's a new post. I'm going to check that one out. I'm sure you don't do that. Maybe if you're a super fan and a already highly converted person to a business, you might go and check out their Facebook page. But if you're using Facebook to generate business, you want the people that aren't yet converted, that aren't yet sold on what it is that you're offering. And it's not just Facebook either. What people are doing on social media is scrolling. They're typically on their phones and they're scrolling through the content to be informed, educated, entertained, or to feel connected with those in the world around them. So you have to capture their attention, and it's all dependent on the time of day that you're posting and the time of day that they're on their social media. And if the two don't connect, you don't match up, there's a good chance that the person you want to see your post is not seeing your post. So don't treat every post like it's sacred. Don't feel like every post is going to be judged. It's all test and measure, and you just need to put it out there and do it often and do it regularly and do it consistently. The other mistake that I see people doing is coming up with new content over and over and over and all the time. The best thing that you can do with your content is really wring it out and repurpose it as much as you possibly can. Now, rest assured, this video, this live video that you're watching now, you may well be watching as a YouTube, or you may be reading it as a blog, or one of my extraordinary quotes is being turned into a meme. And this blog will be shared and reshared and shared again over the next 12 months. So this video I'm doing for you now was once a Facebook Live, and then it became a YouTube video, and then it became a blog, and then it became meme content that constantly gets shared out. So it's not just being posted once and once only. This content gets repurposed and shared and reshared and reshared. The other mistake I see is people not using a scheduling tool. Scheduling tools are really powerful. Now, a lot of people will use Business Suite in Facebook, but unfortunately, tools like LinkedIn don't necessarily have scheduling features, and TikTok, you can schedule your videos, but you have to do it via a PC. Instagram, you can also schedule, but there's now great scheduling tools that enable you to choose the time and pace out when your content's going out. You don't want to be bound by a particular time and a particular day when you have to sit down and physically post the content. If you use a scheduling tool, then you can determine where it goes out. Now, the other really cool thing about a scheduling tool is you can post your content more than once. Remember what I was saying in terms of people scrolling through and you're lucky if the time matches? When you're doing free organic content, you have to post things more than once. Now, I'm not saying more than once in the same day or more than once in the same week, but I'd highly encourage you to repost that content a little time later so that you absolutely capture the people that missed it the first time you shared it. It's highly unlikely someone's going to go, hey, I've seen this post before. I doubt that's going to happen. The odds are highly unlikely. Now, when you pay for do paid advertising through all the different social media platforms, you're actually paying for the platform to do that for you. It's resharing that content more than once. So people are used to it and they're okay with it. So don't be put off by it. As I said, people aren't scrolling through your page or your profile going, oh, that's a repeat. We've seen that before. Gosh, what if they do? At least you know who your super fans are. And the beautiful thing about using these scheduling tools is they quite often have great sophisticated reporting features. So you can actually see what times of the day your stuff is being connected with your ideal audience and which days are more popular. Some tools do this really, really well. Some tools do it a little better than others. So there's great benefits in using tools. Really good social media scheduling tools also allow you to categorize your content, which is really, really important. It's not just about the quality of content that you're sharing. It's about being systematic about it. So, for example, one of the things that I was taught to do in terms of creating social media content was really think about how much of my content is about learning, how much of my content is about positioning me as an expert, how often do I celebrate other people in my industry to show that I'm connected to my industry and have relationships in my industry. How often am I selling stuff? Because I'm really bad at this. I often forget to actually sell and do the hard sell. It's all about content being interesting. And the other one that's incredibly important that everybody needs to do is feather out some of that content with fun. Some stuff that's just randomly fun. Ideally, it's related to your industry or your product, but it's there for fun because that creates engagement and rapport. And think about when you're networking with someone and you're having a conversation. A nice, robust conversation is a nice blend of all of those things. But if you can't remember a really structured, formulated process and campaign method, then a really good rule of thumb that I was also taught is to just routinely go value, 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 sell. Value, 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 sell. Follow that kind of formula where you're giving value to somebody and then peppering in a sell. You'll have good engagement and connection. Now, if you found these time management tools really useful, I would encourage you to connect with me in other different ways that are going to help you to manage your time. Now, I'm really excited to be announcing I'm going to be launching a free challenge in February. This is a week-long challenge, and this is going to be heaps of fun and highly valuable. So you'll be connecting with a group of like-minded people who are also time challenged, and every day I'm going to share with you a tool and strategy to help you better improve your time. And you'll be given some tasks to do and some homework, and I'll be giving you feedback on your homework. It's a lot of work for me, but it's incredibly useful. You're going to get a great outcome. Most people will typically get back about 2 hours in their day. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but that equates to roughly 12 weeks a year. And what could you do with 12 weeks a year of time? What could you do with 10 hours a week of saved time? So if that's of interest to you, make sure you comment below and I'll be sure to share with you the details about that challenge coming up. But if you've got any other tips or tricks that save you time with social media, or if you've got any questions about anything that I've shared with you today, please let me know.